So welcome back guys to another video. Okay, so basically in this video we will be discussing trade about GBP USD. Okay, so you can see we are in a 1 hour chart. So yesterday morning, you see this 1 minute, 1 hour very good. Price went to this 1 hour very good. Created this structure shift to the downside, and on 4 hour you can see it's clearly a downtrend. They had a 4 hour survey gap up here, but they didn't indicate there. On our created a structure shift to the downside. Again, it created a 1 hour survey gap here. Went to the lower side, so it was actually here. Okay, this hourly range high is here and hourly range low was here. And on London section, market went down, created the and it went up, creating this small 1 hour survey gap mitigated, and it does the job. Okay. I was also waiting for this fair value gap to be tapped. Okay, but this 1 hour was not tapped. You can see the high. So, and I just want to have a closer look at the board is closing inside this 1 hour. Okay. So it might see the body a little bit closed, but on the next candle itself it open, went up higher for the manipulation down and just closed below the 1 hour fair value gap. It's still valid, don't worry. So come to 15-minute chart. There was our midnight on London section. You will clearly get the up moment. Okay, so I mean, if you were trading London, you could get try for a bullish target for this one hour fair value gap. Okay. And after coming to this hourly fair value gap, good structure shift to the downside. Again here also created another 15-minute fair value gap. Look how the board is respecting this fair value gap. So basically, I'm taking Fibonacci from the recent high to the recent low. You can also see this 0.69 percentage is respected. That level is respected. Going to a 1 minute chart. I took the Fibonacci from here, this high to this low, okay? Because this is the current high and low form. This low to this high, okay? You can see this 15-minute fair value gap. Market went to the 0.69 level and have a look at here, okay? You had a small buy side here. So anybody who is gonna sell from this fairway gaps and all put their stop loss above here, right? So went through that stop loss, went to the 50-minute fairway gap again. You see, this was that higher, it was already mitigated. And there is one more thing I want to make note of for you. You see, this was that hourly low, or the hourly range low. And then see this 1 minute fair value gap, which is sorry, 1 minute order book, which is formed at random function. Okay, so have a small note of it. Okay, this could be a what is it? Important, yeah. And took out this by side somewhat. What do you say? Consolidated around here. You want a structure shift to the downside. The fair value gap up here. I'm just removing this 50 minute for a second for the clearance. Okay. Took out this by side. Created a clear structure shift to the downside. With this 1 minute fair value gap. That's your first document entry. Making stops around here. This uh, green candles high. That wick. Not just black candles, like green candles. And market expected this fair value gap. Gold is closed in the lower quadrant of this midpoint of this fair value gap 1 minute. Went back lower, created another structure shift to the downside. And I just want to make sure one more thing you understand. Okay, so if you are a person that you are not willing to take a trade on this fair value gap, okay, because you feel risky, something like that. Can use this VIV plus 1 minute fair value gap. The moment is closed below this fair value gap on the next candle when it is going up to this VIB, this IPG plus in dash VIB, you can take the entry here. Okay. But if you are taking here, your stops could be the same as here. Okay. From this fair value gap. Entry here, stops around here. Okay. Entry here, stops here. So I would say the optimal entry is here. Okay. Yes, if you are watching a live market, you won't see this is going up, down, closing on the next candle itself. You can enter. So, respected this 1 minute, and the structure shift to the downside. 2 minute also, you have a fair value gap here. Another optimal entry here. That's gonna be your entry. If you're entering here, that's gonna be your stop. Okay. And when you entered, those who have entered from here, now we can make the stops to here. Okay. And you can pyramid, or if you have missed this entry, you can take this entry here. Or if you have already position, you can add some more position here. Okay. There are two things. 1 second. In 2 minutes, we have this fair value gap as I mentioned, like this one. And you also had this 2 minute IFEG here. Okay. This could be a perfect optimal entry. Okay. If you're entering from here also no problem. If you're entering from this 2 minute IFEG, that is this 2 minute IFEG, that's also no problem. Okay. So next entry there, stop loss here. Okay. And we are targeting for this daily range low, hourly daily range low. Okay. So these are some random trades that I took. Okay. The main comes from here. Okay. From no no from here. Yeah. These are all stop loss trades. I pyramid may entry somewhere. Okay. So entered from this fair value gap. Made my stops above here. Again entered from this 1 minute fair value gap. Stops here. I just pyramid my entries here. First entry here. Second entry here. And took a small partial around that order block. Okay, so I put like 0.25 percentage of my position. I exited here. Okay, so it's just for the safe. Okay, just to be safe, and the rest quantities. Oh shit! And the rest quantities I exited here. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the trade, guys. So you understand something from this. Oh, and there is one more thing I want to mention. Yes, it is high. This was the actual buy side. Okay, so there might be situations that some buy sides won't be taken, but always note of the high that is formed after 7 o'clock. So morning 7 a.m. starts here on this black candle, went up a little higher, created this relative weaker highs. The body is respecting these relative weaker highs were formed. So I just want to make a note of it that the first high or the higher high of after 7:30. Sorry, 7 o'clock is this high, right? That is, this high was the highest high after 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock was somewhere here. This was the highest high form. So you had that high taken, but not this one. It is fine. Okay, since you are in a London, sorry, New York session, you want to consider the New York open highs and lows. Okay, so I was waiting for an entry somewhere around here. Okay, so I put an order on this fair value gap, but market didn't do that entry. Okay, so it's fine. Okay, that's no problem. And targeted for this relative equal loss. So, and it already took my target, and there is no need for waiting for to take my entry here. Okay, so the main important thing that I want to tell you is always note the high and the low after 7, between 7 and 8:30. And I think the 8:30 starts here. No, the basic thing is mark the low and high, sorry, high and low after 7 o'clock. This could be the low after 7 o'clock, right? So if you have got an entry somewhere over here, you can exit from here, right? From this relative equal to perfect trade, but usually I don't have any luck to take any good trades, and it will go like that. Okay, so that's it. That's what it is. Okay, so I took out displacement to the lower side, measuring the displacement high here. I took out some consolidation breakdown to the lower, created a And there is one more thing. Should measure the displacement from this low to sorry this side to this low. Look how the market respected the levels that I have mentioned here. 0.69, 0.74. Now the body is even closed on the 6.69 and 72 levels. And your final target would be this 1 hour low or the London low, you can say. Okay. That was a trade. It was a good trade. Okay. So, guys, I think that's all for the video. Have a nice day. Work hard. You will get a good day someday. Okay. So today's plan is I don't know about today's plan. So just removing this 8:30 no need midnight no need. So now now we can see that our hourly range low is here and the hourly range high is here, right? That's a buy side plus hourly range. Okay, no problem. And basically we have a 4 hour gap here. And moreover, I'm just considering this 1 hour more. Okay, so that's at the equilibrium point, right? So taking the displacement from this low to sorry this high to this low, you can say that's the only fair value gap above this. What do you say? Equilibrium point. Okay, so that's equilibrium there. Above we have this 1 hour. We'll see. Okay, we'll just see. I think that might happen on London where I can't trade anything. So there you have a 4 hour order block right there. Plus FVG. And 1 hour, I don't know anything it's there or not. Yeah, we have a 1 hour tap to this fair value gap. But I think since it is going like this, it will take out this sell side here. Okay. Well, let's see what it has to do. Okay. So I think that's all for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Okay.